in the back end, and we do both very well and work hand in hand. So Vaughn and D Ware can get all those sacks and things like that because we're covering for, we got them on the line. Their guys aren't going anywhere. And then with us, we can get more balls, more plays on the ball because it's coming out fast. He has to pick where he's going to go beforehand because he knows Vaughn and D Ware are going to be there right now. So, if he thinks somebody's going to be open and he's not open, when Vaughn's there, it's going to be crazy. And I think that just happens. We just on a perfect wavelength, And,
okay, so we have talked about Cam Newton on the show. I don't want to pile on anymore, but I do want to take you guys back to Super Bowl week. Cam Newton talked a big game, and I was fine with it because I thought he could back it up. What were you guys saying amongst yourselves as you saw his sound bites on SportsCenter or wherever you saw them?
I think we did a great job of not saying anything.
You said nothing.
Yeah.
We got a lot of mouthy dudes.
Yeah.
And for us not to say nothing all week, we definitely have to talk amongst each other. Like, okay,
they haven't seen anybody like us, man. That was
like this.
That was a common thing.
We know it, and they know it.
Were you told not to say anything? Did you guys all kind of get together and say we're just gonna?
Nah, it wasn't even that. It was
we don't have to.
I think he said it perfect.
Yeah.
I saw him say something after the game. He said something perfect, and I don't want to disrespect anybody, but he said they want to be famous. We want to be champions.
It's well said. That was the line of the post game.
Yeah, it was like their thoughts were pressures were other places, I saw them dabbing in the team Super Bowl photo and things like that, and it was just like, okay, we haven't even played the game yet, y'all already celebrating like y'all won. So I think it just kind of made us focus even more, and kind of just lock in like, okay, we want to see you on Sunday.
And if you look at our season, our best performances will come when we didn't have a shot to win the game.
Right.
And I thank the media every day. Thank you, because that's what we needed. We needed that fuel. A lot of times when we get patted on our back, we don't perform the way we need to. So being an underdog and no one having our back and us against the world, it was exactly what we needed.
Yeah.
So how were you guys responding? Cam comes out before the game and puts on a big show. Were you watching him do his thing before the game?
No, not at all. We're not fans. We're going against you. We're not fans.
Does his celebrating bother you?
No, I think it's good. I think it's good for the game. It's entertainment. He's an Atlanta guy. Kind of that culture is he kind of brought it into the game. So I'm from Atlanta too. So I kind of like that. And it was fun watching it too. But then when it's our turn to play him now, it's okay. I ain't trying to see none of that at all.
Okay, let's go to the end of the game. 4 minutes left. I know TJ has spoken about this. Molly and I have both spoken about this because I'm sorry, Cam Newton, as much as I love him and respect him, the ball's loose. The Super Bowl is on the ground for him to recover. And he flinched. He pulled his punch, so to speak. You spoke about it. Can you amplify your thoughts on it?
I think the pounding he had been taking all game, it was just the accumulation of, do I really want one more, or could this be the one where I get hurt? Or, it's a lot that could have been running through his mind. The game was kind of out of reach at that point.
Well, not really. I mean, it's 16-10. If he recovers, they get to punt.
And
and then maybe they get the ball back. I don't know. There's 4 minutes left. 4 minutes left. I don't know. You might have had to stop him one more shot.
If that was your quarterback, would you have had an issue?
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, as defense, you never want the offense to turn the ball over, so of course. But I don't even know if you can criticize him for it because it's kind of in the heat of the moment. Maybe he didn't know where the ball was. He's a big dude. It's a long way looking down the ground. Maybe he didn't know. D Ware was on top of it, so maybe he didn't see.
Yeah, you're being really nice.
I'm just thinking, put myself in his shoes. Maybe he didn't see.
Because a lot of times when you watch film and just as players, you look back and say, oh, man, I wish I could have did that. But your clock is going different than the clock when you're watching film, when you're watching the video. So it's completely different. But at the same time, my personality, I'm going to dive on it.
Yeah.
Well, but I have a defensive mentality like that.
As you said, maybe he was saving himself for next year, right?
Yeah, I mean,
he wasn't thinking about that. He wasn't. Not in the Super Bowl. No, he wasn't. He was trying to win. I know what type of competitor he is. He was trying to win, but we got it. TJ got it.
Maybe it was just a circumstance where he felt there was no way to win. in that instance.
Real quick, who's harder to prepare for, Cam or Brady?
Brady.
Why?
For me, Brady, just because he's Tom Brady. You know, he's one of the best ever. Cam is getting there. You know, he's hard to prepare just because of he can run the ball and things like that too. But just Brady knows what you're doing, so you have to scout yourself even harder. You know, you're scouting yourself. You know, most of them you don't really do that. You know, but you gotta scout yourself really because you know the Patriots are gonna attack whatever week.
I mean, Brady almost pulled it out against you guys.
Very close.
And he took a pounding, maybe even worse than Cam took. Right?
Yeah.
We definitely throughout the playoffs, like you said, we got hot. That's all you
got hot
to win a championship.
Yeah,
That's a team that's the hottest in the last month of the season.
And that's what Kubiak was telling us, Coach Kubiak. He was saying, you know, all stuff is happening, all this crazy stuff is happening in the season, but all we have to do, guys, is be the best team for 1 month. That's something he always was saying. He said it a lot. I remember it. And just for you to say that right now just shows that we ended up doing that. And I think it starts from him giving us that vision, being a head coach. It's a pretty good feeling, isn't it?
Yeah. You said you wanted to be champions, not be famous, and guess what? Now you're champions and you're famous. Get your priorities straight. You guys, thanks so much for being here. You're going to stick around with us.
Stay, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, because we got to talk to you about Peyton Manning and what's next for this gentleman. So we'll get into that on the other side of the break. Bradley and TJ, stay with us.